And now from our studios in downtown Winnipeg, it's time for 107 Live.
This weekend at the Winnipeg Art Gallery, the Winnipeg Jazz Orchestra presents music from A Charlie Brown Christmas and other seasonal favorites. To tell us more about the show, I'm joined by Richard Gillis and Paul Balcain. Welcome both into the Diamond Lane. Thanks for being here. And before we get to chatting, I know you guys are going to be performing a tune, so without further ado, take it away. A little bit of Linus and Lucy in the Diamond Lane. Thank you both for being here this afternoon. Welcome back, Richard. Yeah. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah, good to be here.
Oh, that music is so iconic. Charlie Brown Christmas, for many people, myself included, it isn't the holiday season if you haven't watched A Charlie Brown Christmas. Do you remember the first time you saw it?
No.
You don't?
Not really. Not the first time. I remember it coming on every year.
Yeah.
So and it's hard to know which year it was.
Yeah, it's just one of the must-watches, right, of the season.
Well, it's certainly become pretty standard fare for the season.
Definitely. What do you enjoy most about the film? Well, Paul, let me ask you the same question. You were holding it down on the sax over in the corner. What about you? What was your first experience with the Charlie Brown Christmas?
Sitting in my house as a 5 or 6 year old, and if I remember, it was on ABC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I always watched it on ABC as well. We'd wait for it, make sure the VHS was taping. There was no PVR back then, and we would just make sure that it was ready to go so we could watch it at least twice.
Well, I'm a child of the 70s and early 80s, so I don't even think we had a VCR back then.
Yeah, so you couldn't miss it. That was the biggest thing about it. So, Richard, I want to ask you a little bit about this program. So, I mean, you guys are going to be performing the music from A Charlie Brown Christmas. This is the music of Vince Guaraldi. What makes it so iconic?
Well, it swings. There's nice melodies, and that's what it's about. And it's very accessible, not complicated music, and it's a good little story. And so we've had it in mind to do for a while. And then last year when we were putting programs together, we just said, well, it's about time we did it. And of course, once you decide to do it, then you have to figure out how you're going to do it.
Yeah.
How you're going to approach the music. And so we obviously wanted to, it's obviously big band as opposed to a trio.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that, how that transition works.
Obviously we feature the piano, Will Bonus on the piano. We take some of the same feels and some of the same grooves and just score it for a big band. In some cases, some of the pieces diverge a little more, but we've taken it. We've built also a narration around the songs. So Vince recorded an album, and some of the pieces that he played on the album were just hinted at the movie or at the special. But we've taken and made them part of this narration, and it's great. It's going to work really, really well.
So that narration is being done by Quinn Green, the Winnipeg actor and comedian, and you're also going to be joined by a vocalist. Who's going to be joining the WJO?
Jamie Giesbrecht.
Nice. And going to be performing some of the tunes, taking selections from A Charlie Brown Christmas?
She's still singing a couple of the things from Charlie Brown Christmas and a couple of other things, something that she I kind of asked her, well, what songs do you know, first of all, and see if what I can line up for big band. And then we also kind of negotiated some other ones that she knew that I knew I could get a hold of. And so we're doing Boogie Woogie Santa Claus. That was one of her choices. And what else are we doing? Oh, Holy Night with her.
People are just going to have to come and see the show.
That's right. I'm going to have to go see the show. I remember what we're doing there.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a real feel-good holiday Christmas show. Of course, there's music from A Charlie Brown Christmas. I want to thank you both so much for coming in. Can I ask you guys to play one more? Would that be all right?
I don't know. Do you know another tune? Oh, okay.
Live in the Diamond Lane, you just heard Richard Gillis and Paul Balcain. They were by talking about the Winnipeg Jazz Orchestra's concert this weekend, Saturday, December 8th. That's at 3 p.m., a 1-hour performance with no intermission. And then Sunday, December 9th, 2 p.m., both performances at the Winnipeg Art Gallery. For more information, visit WinnipegJazzOrchestra.com.
Gotta come on Saturday, though, because Sunday is like, there might be 2 seats left, but Saturday,
tickets are going quickly. So Saturday is the
sure.
day.
You bet.
And, people are just going to have to jump at the ticket now. Thanks for both coming by.
Thank you. Welcome.
From our studios in downtown Winnipeg, you've been listening to 107 Live, Classic 107's Intimate Concert Series, the soundtrack for your life.